V. Rajivan, yoga teacher more than 10 years, research scholar, MSc Yoga, PG Diploma in Yoga. He also doing International Yoga Therapy course from Manushi Institute of Yoga, affiliated with IAYT.
PV Rajivan, Health Warriors of Yoga Therapy. We are proud of your yogic services.
Yes, good afternoon, especially to the Manushi Yoga platform for giving us such a marvelous opportunity for conducting such a international presentation program. And today, actually, when I joined, I was very happy to see that there were actually 75 participants live on the stream at 12:30 somewhere else. So again, we are celebrating this Asadika Amrita Mahotsav 75th celebration. The Narayan sir and Jayanti ma'am, the pillars of Manushi Yoga team, they have invented such a marvelous things to the theme like freedom from 75 diseases. So request I respectful panelists and all other my colleagues and members. I request permission to start my presentation now. Actually, today my topic was I was listening to all the presentations, like they were all behind all kind of disease, all kind of therapeutic methods, and everything is ended with one thing that is very important, that is the breathing. So without the prana vayu, the body never exists, right? So, but you know that when you focus onto the breath, you can find the breath become a natural in a rhythmic way. But you know, when we focus on undisturbed things, unwanted things, the breath has it loses its rhythmic way of pumping the blood and also the heartbeats. So here we can see a lot of many colleagues, my friends or these elders are seriously suffering from hypertension. So this is the only reason why I selected yoga therapy for the hypertension. So let us go to the next slide. The rationale. Result of, we can see that many scientific evidence are already proven with the help of yoga, we can cure many lifestyle diseases, right? So one of the main cause of our cardiac arrest or whatever we face now is the hypertension. So adoption of scientific methods and evidence proven techniques that how we can adopt yoga to the hypertension in order to reduce the high BP or the hypertension. There are so many scientific evidence, and many researchers came forward in order to prove that yoga can do a tremendous and marvelous continuous curing method for the hypertension. One of the research was conducted in 2020, the effect of yoga exercise on reducing blood pressure among middle-aged group with hypertension, right? So their result shows this much evident. Then the second result was effectiveness of yoga for hypertension, a systematic review and analysis. That also the potential benefit of yoga for balancing blood pressure in the populations and to determine optimal yoga program design and dosing. The third research which I chose for this presentation is, although no ideal drugs or methods has so far been discovered in science, which neutralize the offending factors or root cause of stress-induced hypertension, this is non-invasive, non-drug type of method advocated by physicians, which reduces blood pressure. So these are some scientific references. They conducted successful research on this yoga exercise or the yoga techniques, management of yoga for the hypertension. So there is one of the main reason for choosing this topic is, see, it involves breathing in a certain pattern which can control blood pressure as well as relieve stress. It will also enhance the functioning of your heart. See, once we know that how to take the breath, and breath is the ultimate factor of controlling the whole pattern of the body. And so there are so many other causes which affect the breath also. So this yoga can do a tremendous result on this hypertension. Synchronizing the breath pattern at each step of Sushma Vyayams. So we starting itself, it's not like a physical exercise or the aerobic exercise. With the Sushma Vyayam or the warming up exercise itself, we synchronize the breath with each and every step. asanas, especially, there are certain principles. While bending forward, we breathe out, and while raising the body, we are breathing in. It ultimately affects the cardiac muscles, and increases the vital capacity of the lungs, right? The Kapalabhati is one of the one of the fast acceleration of the breathing exercise, which induces the spaces of the brains, especially the cerebellum and cerebrum, in order to induce the autonomous nervous system. Kapalabhati is a beautiful practice. Nadashuddhi pranayams, we are taking alternative nose breathing through the right and through the left, and entirely synthesize the autonomic nervous system. Yoga leaves a positive impact on your mind and body. So it is not like other physical exercise. We can maintain the union of the mind and body with the breathing in yoga. It's only possible in the yoga. Otherwise, we have to take external oxygen or the air for increasing, or the we can stabilize rhythm for the rhythmic breathing. It is an effective way to lower the blood pressure. Aim is to develop knowledge in the field of yoga and its application in the treatment of hypertension and its coordinates. Objective is to introduce research and that presents scientific evidence regarding the effects of selective asanas, pranayama, meditation on decreasing blood pressure in patients who have hypertension, thereby bringing awareness and importance of our ancient methodology. Evaluation, we can measure the high BP blood pressure ratio by the sphygmomanometer, pulse reader, electrocardiogram. These are the selective practices for especially actually with true faith. We can say that after practicing this training program, these events, we can see an optimum change in the high blood pressure. I think if you check the patient's high BP, and after 3 or 4 days, we can see the changes of the lowering BP. This is a schedule for them. 6 to 6:30 for the half an hour. We have selective Sushma Vayams starting from your eyes and till the top of the body, and maybe like in sitting, lying supine position, and also in prone position, standing position. All the body, joints, muscles, and everything will be moved out, will be warmed up properly with these Sushma Vyayams before starting any kind of asanas. And this, and also this abdomen breathing, chest breathing, or in order to see, as we know that we are talking, you are listening, you are eating food, whatever it is, still the breath is going on. So the right side of the lobe, we have three lobes, and the left has only 2. And normally we are taking about 450 ml of the breath, right, while doing all these things. But in yoga, it is very possible to take the maximum around 5 liters of breath, and so that we can oxygenate entire blood for the entire working of the each and every cells. This is only possible through the yoga. The 3 lobes will be filled in Ujjayi breath, or all kind of the breathing. Abdomen breath, although the abdomen is coming up, you are expanding the diaphragm of the lungs. Chest breathing for the upper lobe, and with awareness. Once you give complete awareness for the breathing, then only you will be able to see, okay, the breath is moving in and out, and you will be able to take maximum breath, right? And also one more thing, once you observe the breath, you can feel the rhythmic way of breathing. Then we start with light asanas, because many subjects are not able to do the advanced asanas. We will be starting with the preliminary asanas. Padahastasana, it is like once we inhale properly, we are extending our hands up, and while bending forward, Padahastasana, completely breathing out, and you are inducing the cerebrum and cerebellum to take maximum breath in, and while complete toxins are removed, complete lungs will be opened, and while raising up, stretching your hands forward and slowly raising up, you will be able to take maximum breath. You can enhance the lungs muscles and also heart muscles. The elasticity can be maintained properly. The heart muscles can be properly worked. It can pump normally. Okay, Ardha Kati Chakrasana, and this we can do Ardha Chandrasana, Ardha Kati Chakrasana as opposite to this asana. It will expand your chest cavity. Chakrasana is an advanced asana. Utkatasana, that is normally for doing the standing asanas, we have to need a break before going to the sitting asana. We provide Utkatasana. Then comes the Vajrasana, one of the important asana. You know that one of the main cause of hypertension is tension, depression, anxiety. There are 2 main organs which is just lying above the kidneys in a cap shape. that is adrenal gland, which produces adrenaline, and it is very important for your fight and flight mechanism of the human body. While breathing in and by bending forward, you are breathing out, completely breathing out, bending forward, keeping your abdomen completely on the thighs, and this will massage your adrenal gland. It has scientifically very proven. That is your Shashangasana. Okay, from Vajrasana, we are going to Shashangasana. Kapalbhati you can practice, and also the Bhastrika Pranayam. It can clean your lungs. Alveoles can be cleaned by the Bhastrika Pranayam. As you know, like before cleaning your big bottle, if you take a glass bottle, for cleaning, what we do, we will put some water, soap, and some sand, and we will shake up and down. So same process the Kapalbhati does. The breath goes in and comes out quickly, and it will clean the alveoles and bronchioles and everything. Then Chin Mudra Pranayam comes. Chin Mudra, as you know, like Chin Mudra, it is very this pranayam is normally everybody can feel, everybody can do that, and it is very easy for the Chin Mudra Pranayam. These nerves are highly activating our autonomous nervous system. Some more asanas are after doing the Surya Namaskar, getting a proper flexibility of the body. We are going to Padahastasana, Ardhakati Chakrasana, Parvadasana, Vajrasana, Shashangasana. Bhujangasana is also another one important, which will, once we do the Bhujangasana, the chin, neck, and the chest raises up, and we'll be focusing on the lower part of the lumbar region, L1, L2, L5, 6. This will also enhance complete energy flow through the backbones. Then comes Dhanurasana. It is a complete relaxful asana. Once you do all the asanas, whether standing or sitting, we have to align our backbone into previous stage. We do the Dhanurasana. After sitting in Vajrasana or the Padmasana, we can practice Kapalbhati, Bhastrika, Brahmari Pranayam. Again, it can induce our dormant spaces in the brain, followed by Shavasana for 20 minutes. These are the selective yogic asanas for the hypertension. So these are the sample size which is selected. There will be a control group and this experimental group. And I will not, we cannot recommend the subject to stop the medication. They can continue the medication. They can have a random checks either weekly or every after 4 days. And it can be seen that they can reduce the dosage of the medicines, right? But the control group, they will not do the yoga. They will be continuously taking the medicines, and we will observe them with the same date when we conduct a medical checkup for the clinical checkup for the experimental group. Same date, we will also do the clinical checkup for the control group, and we can see the variance. These are the durations, 5 days in a week, morning 6 to 7:30. I will be doing the practice for 8 weeks. Steady instrumental, systolic, diastolic, the high, while we'll take in the breath and we'll breathing out, right? These are the intermittent systolic and diastolic.
Rajan sir, please go for summarize.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So these are the exclusion criteria and inclusion criteria. These are the themes governing the therapeutic regime. Blood pressure is very essential to be reduced from its high amplitudes. Purpose of study, as I told you, like concentrating the breath, enhancing blood capillaries to open and flow, removal of toxins, energizing each and every cell's neurons in our various locations of a body. 2 equal groups, namely yoga intervention group. This I told you mentioned in the experiments. This will give complete stress release and relax anxiety, depression, build up courage and confidence, systolic and diastolic pressure balance, activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, strengthening the heart muscles, improvement of the breathing, strengthening of respiratory circulatory system, deep relaxation. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you all.